is visible. Hello everyone, I am Hinabal Sylvia and today I am dealing with the topic Dadaism movement. This is my personal information. And now, the Dadaism started in the First World War, and that times of the disillusionment, disinterested, this was attitude of the generation, which was suffering the egoist of the chaotic universe. That time, the men begins losing faith in everything, ethical values, social structures, and the dignity of men become meaningless. A word first whispered in the small cabaret in Zurich. After that, the New York and the Berlin, and finally shooted in the Paris. The word was Dada. Meaning of the Dadaism, according to Cambridge Dictionary, a movement, it art, literature, music, and film development in the early 20th century that went against the accepted idea of what is beautiful or good art and use the humor and absurd as a way to protect against the societies. Here, the Dadaism also the expression of the think of absurdity, meaningless life. The word became the symbolic and representative movement whose ultimately goal was its own destructions, a movement which represented not a new school, but the reputations of old school, a movement which was not a movement at all, but a protest, a state of mind, gesture of the soul. And Dadaism began in the 1915 and died in 1924. The according the founder of the Tristan Zara and entitled the Dada in the open air. And belief of the Dadaism are important to contemporary scene in art, literature, and theater because they are subjectly parallel to element in the field of today. It's believed into three basic ideas: spontaneity, negations, and absurdities. And three categories overlap the great deal for there are actually all part of done thoughts. All are dependents on the thoughts in spontaneity, negations, and absurdities. All are dependent in the thought of mind. And one of the especially preoccupation of Dadaism is indictment of literature. And Dadaism believe that even the best literature created so far is imitations, and even the best writer are dependent on other for their works. Zara believed that the literature is never beautiful. Beauty is dead. And literature is not important either of effect nor one but the writer. It is or should be a private affair between the writers and himself. The founder of Zara, he also give to idea of the Dadaism. It's in the literature of beauty, but Dadaism also present the meaninglessness and all the things what that all the things is not be a should of private affairs only the poet's mind. And Dada was one of need for independence and disturb towards unity. It means that Dadaism not give to idea of so highly, but also is the think of the give to independence and unity of distrust towards. And Aragon and Breton had been experimenting with methods of psychoanalysis during the birth and growing of Dadaism, and there can only be known, however, through spontaneous activities. And spontaneity was displayed by the Dadaism, it outward from their manifesto. And there was an attempt made to destroy the usual effect of the language and give a more certain effect of dissolving thought. And the Dadaism also the development of the plasticity. It's a not in a real best of the things in a very not things of the proper way, but is also plastically of all these things. and become a magical complex of the image. And two theories of spontaneities in the simultaneity and brutism. Simultaneity is also the event that the become the same time. It's a one process. The sensitive life appears as a simultaneous middle of noise, color, and rhythm. Of noise music with imitative effect. And negative attitude of the Dadaism is show the lack of real value. Everything is given the illusory importance. According to Zara, propose only two solution of the Dadaism: no more looks, no more words, stop looking and stop talking. And Dadaism see absurdity in the life, and everything is paradoxical. Everything is opposite harmony. The Stara Dada Manifesto 1918, the technical maker, every statement abuse. I also the Stara also give his own works manifesto 1990. He declared that I was manifesto. I want nothing. Yet I say certain things, and its principle. I am against manifestos, and as I am against principle, it means all those things show that the Dadaism see the absurdity of in life. According to Hughes Bell, Dadaism was a synthesis of romantic, dynastic, and demontic theories of the 19th century and focus on the poetry. Dadaism, I taken the one literatures in the Dadaism on focus on the poetry, and Zara 1920 manifesto proposed cutting word from a newspaper and randomly selecting fragment to write a poetry. It's all the you all might get the point. We are all do the activities and activities of the Dadaism, and all are participate in their activities and cutting the newspapers, and after create your own way of the style of poetries, make the poetries. In literary art, Dadaism focus on poetry, particular the so-called sound poetry invented by Hugo Bell. Dadaist poem attack on the traditional concept of poetry. Dadaism or not to follow the traditional point of view of poetry. Dadaism also own thinkings and own style. It's a not the particular form of the Dadaism, and then not order, interpret the sound of meaning of language. And Dadaism did not take a negative view of modernity and urban life. That also it reflect the considered of natural terrain that open up a new idea for life and art. And I am conclude with the one quotations by Francis Picabia say that Dada is like you hope, nothing. Like your paradise, nothing. Like your idols, nothing. Like your heroes, nothing. Like your religious, nothing. All those things are nothing. And Dadaism also represent the nothingness in these literatures. And what is the meaning of this Dadaism? Nothing, nothing. And Dada movement also want only the independence and destruct toward the unity. And this is my references.